I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you this. I don't know. I don't know. But Christmas movies are starting now. And there's a movie premiere tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, forever. They're going to be on Hallmark, Lifetime, Up, the GAC. And you might be wondering, how do I watch this? What do I do? How can I do this? How can I watch all of them? Philo, that's how. We've once again partnered up with Philo to help make this holiday season even better. And they're giving our listeners 25% off for 2 months. The whole holiday season, basically, 25% off. All you got to do is go to philo.tv/DTH.
Wait, are we doing
this? Is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Yeah, right now.
Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
Hey, it's Panda, and I like Hallmark Christmas movies.
I'm Alonso, and I am salivating at the prospect of 40 more of these Hallmark Christmas movies.
I am Chris Polaha, and I am in these some of these Christmas Hallmark movies.
I'm Dan, and much to Bran's chagrin, even on opening night, I despise these Hallmark Christmas movies, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
It is his podcast.
Boy, that's what it is.
Welcome, everybody.
It's a five-seater.
The five-seater, first ever five-seater?
First ever five-seater. No. We had 2 students join us one time. Technically a five-seater. But this is the premiere of season 4. Baby.
Wow. I see that hand, Chris. Yes.
Yep. Mr. Polaha?
No, I'm just lifting it up, boys.
You're just pumped,
yeah,
man.
That's right.
You're just pumped.
You know, I remember the very first episode. This feels nice because the very first episode of Deck the Hallmark podcast was about, I believe,
Rocky Mountain Christmas.
I had something to do with that.
You did.
And so now here we are at the beginning of season 4.
That's right.
It feels like I'm home, boys.
It's a little bit bigger now.
It feels like I'm home.
Yeah.
And you are home. You are home because you are in, that Greenville, South Carolina.
You were not on the line. You're here.
Yeah, that Greenville.
This is real.
This is real.
It's all happening.
It's not just any old little city. We got our own little Hallmark town here in that Greenville, Chris, and you're here.
I'm here.
You could go downtown to our nice little main street. It's lit up with Christmas lights. You could chop some wood.
We should do that after this.
We should do that. That would have been a really good idea to do.
Christmas tree lighting on Main Street. We do it here.
We do it.
Call the mayor. You should say, hey, we got.
Hey, Mayor Knox.
Mayor Knox White. That's right. Exactly. I mean, Chris,
I love having Tangible Chris here.
Yeah,
Tangible Chris is the best.
I'm live.
Is better. Tangible Chris is so good.
That's true, and I will just because he offered.
There it is.
And I don't want to. Also, this is we're all in the same room here because we're doing our marathon. Alonso is here from. We got 2 LA people in the same room. And we said the only way that you guys can meet is to come across the country.
That's right.
To
Greenville.
That's exactly right. And he did it.
Yeah, because getting around LA is too difficult.
That's exactly right. So it's easier
to just fly on over
fly
here.
across the country. That's right.
True. Yeah. We have everyone that wrote our book here in one room. And this today.
Wow, we do.
Is today the premiere?
Tomorrow.
Today's Monday, of course.
Today's Monday.
Yes. Yeah. So tomorrow, the book that all 5 of us wrote that we're on the cover of is going to be out tomorrow in stores, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart, on your local bookstore, on Amazon. Go and get the book.
That's amazing. Get the book. I'm looking at it right now. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And we will all be together again tomorrow because we're doing a little celebratory thing tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. With Word Bookstore. You'll be able to live stream. It's $5, and that $5 can also be used to buy a copy of the book. So if you're going to pay to get in there, you might as well just buy another copy.
May as well do it.
So there you go.
We even talk Chris into doing a little dramatic reading.
He's going to do a dramatic reading.
That's right.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
Yeah, that's really good. That's
not
really
as good as you're walking, but it's good.
Give me a walking.
Walking's my favorite.
Am I walking?
Yeah.
Dan.
That's it.
A little earlier, you insulted me.
That's a rumor.
Might hurt later on. On your way to the car.
I love it. I love it.
Can you imagine if I attacked Dan?
Oh man,
on his way to his car.
He leaves. He leaves
and
after
Exorcist 2 from you.
Yeah.
Chris leaves after recording this, but he just hangs out outside until we're done.
Right. See you in the parking lot.
It's the long game. It's the long
Billy Club.
That's right.
3 o'clock high.
That's right. Chris, when are you going to use your connections to get Treat Williams on deck of the Hallmark for us?
Oh man, you know what? I bet Treat.
That's the dream.
I bet Treat Williams. I bet you right now.
He has a movie coming out in December. He's got Christmas House 2.
Christmas House 2?
Yeah.
Williams.
Just wrapped Chessie Shore season 6, right?
I will say Chris has texted Treat before for us and asked us, but he didn't have anything coming out, and so he said, I'd like to do something at some point.
I mean, this is the time.
This is the time.
This is your dance. Live every moment.
Exactly
nothing to change.
While Chris is texting Treat Williams on our behalf, a couple of his really exciting things. One, we've teamed up with Philo. Again, very excited about that all season long. 25% off for 2 months, lasting you all the way through the holiday season, all the Christmas movies you want. So much fun. Philo.tv/DTH.
All the channels, Lifetime, Up, DAC, all of them. They're all there.
All of them.
Your holiday movie hub.
Your holiday movie hub.
That is exactly what they say.
For the entire holiday season, you do it for like just over $30 total.
It is amazing.
Unlimited DVR. It's unbelievable.
They're giving it away.
And we've gotten to experience that, Philo, today, watching all day. We've got to experience, that Greenville today, some of the restaurants we've been ordering food in from here that are local here. And then also we've experienced Universal Yums today.
Goodness.
They sent us so much snacks from Indonesia. All of it's amazing. I had some, what were those? Stir-fry noodle flavored potato chips.
They were crazy good.
Bonkers. I had some peach rings that were out of this world.
Deca crepes, the banana and chocolate.
Subscription box comes to your house every month.
It has been a really,
been in on that.
It's been a really great way to kick off the holiday
come
season.
on.
Thai tea wafer cream.
And I'll say this, guys. It all leads up to the perfect way to kick off the holiday season, which is you, me, and the Christmas tree.
Dupree.
We all watched it, which was going to be really exciting to talk about.
Yeah.
You guys ready? You guys ready to break it down?
Yeah. Chris is trying to get a snack in real quick.
Hold on. Listen real quick.
That's amazing.
That's good.
Right there.
The people that don't like that are really not going to like it, but the people that do,
yep,
they're going to love it.
What's that thing called? Where you
ASMR.
Yeah, people are going to love that.
Yeah. You, Me, and the Christmas Trees originally aired on October 22nd, 2021, and it went a little something like this. We meet Lil Olivia, who loves trees. She loves trees so much that she decides she's going to be a tree doctor. We then meet
a tree doctor.
We then meet Jack. He owns a Christmas tree lot. And bad news for everyone, that this year's crop, it's trash. It's a trash crop. He's having to refund everybody. And I don't know much about Christmas tree farm, but that seems like bad business. This has it's been in the family for 100 years. It feels like he's just blowing it at this point. He's real stressed. What am I to do? Apparently, Olivia was supposed to go get married this holiday season. She's not doing that anymore, calling it quitsies. But she doesn't really want to talk about it. She doesn't want to talk about what happened. She just wants to get Christmas over with. She is supposed to go home for Christmas, but she's not excited about that either because she doesn't really feel like Christmas with her family's like, it just feels like, here's what we're doing. There's no heart in it, no heart. So when she gets a call from a guy named Connor, who is saying, hey, I need you to come and look at my trees. They're just a trash crop. She jumps at the opportunity to avoid her family to help the trees. Connor ends up hitting her car in the town square. That's how they meet. So she has to stay there overnight, which was not the original plan, but she's fine with it because she hates her family. She slips on down to the inn Christmas party, talks to Connor. They start having some fun banter. The Pentatonics show up and they sing some Christmas carols. The next day, she goes to check out the tree, and it's perfect. It's beautiful. But in a couple days, that tree is dead. What's going on with this? So she does some tests. She then makes some cocktails with some trees in the cocktail. Apparently it's good. Decides to stay another night because you just got to figure this tree thing out. They end up, getting a tree, cutting it down from the belows, scooping it out. They lay in the snow for a little bit. It's real romantic. They keep doing tests. They're waiting, they're hanging out, they're baking because, you got to sometimes. They are really digging each other. She's trying to convince him to diversify his company, seeing as how he only sells Christmas trees. And he's like, don't you dare My dad would never have let that happen, so I'm not going to let that happen. The mayor needs his Christmas tree for the Christmas Eve town square Christmas lighting thing. And he's like, just give me a couple more days, I'll have it. And he's like, are you sure? Because it looks like to me all the trees are dying. And he's like, trust me, I'm good for it. Finally, they find out that we've got a remedy that we can do, which is basically like a cough drop, but for trees. And he's like, this is great news. And she's like, yeah, we did it. And then he's like, I think you should not leave. And she's like, I love that idea. And they kiss. They go to see the town tree, and it's dying. What happened? The cough drop, all the things. Why isn't this working? They argue, and she's like, you know what? This was a mistake. I'm leaving. She's then talking to her mom. She tells her mom the truth about how she doesn't really feel like Christmas is a big thing at their house. She wants it, to care about what she wants to do at Christmas time, all this good stuff. Then she's walking through the town square, and she sees these two guys that kind of look like twins. We don't really know if they are or not. And they're laughing, and they're like clearly up to no good. And she's like, I see a couple of boys up to no good. I'm going to go talk to those boys. Turns out, over their big mouths, she discovers that they've got some tree poison in the back of their truck. What? It turns out rival Christmas tree farm in the same city has poisoned the trees. This is bad news. And so she goes to tell Connor, goes to tell the mayor, everybody. They basically stone the other Christmas tree farmer, as they should. And they realize, you know what, we can fix this. So they put a really big cough drop inside the Christmas tree. It's going to make it all feel better. Her parents come into town, and they're like, we want to spend Christmas with you, type of thing. And Connor and Olivia make up, and they're all good to go. They're talking, they're laughing, they're kissing, and that, my friends, was you, me, and the Christmas trees.
We did it.
That's exactly right.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a quick break, shall we? Hear from a couple sponsors.
Why not?
And we'll be right back.
You need one.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
we'll be right back here on Deck Hallmark.
Let's do it.
A lot of things have fallen through the cracks over the last year or so.
No doubt about it.
Not going places, not doing stuff. What are we to do in this situation? And one of the things that has fallen through the cracks is my standard doctor checkup.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought about it. I'm not going to go in and do the thing. So what do? I want to introduce you to the ZocDoc app. ZocDoc.
Oh my gosh, it's the best.
It's an app that makes it super easy to find any doctor, dentist, dermatologist, whatever specialist you might need. They can help find that doctor for you. And here's the thing. If you go to ZocDoc.com/Hallmark and download the ZocDoc app and sign up for free, you're going to be able to do all the things that you need to, make the appointments, get the health that you need.
So much easier.
It's so much easier. I've gone through the process. I found the doctors. It's super easy. Healthcare should be easy, and ZocDoc makes that happen. Go to ZocDoc.com/Hallmark. Download the ZocDoc app to sign up for free and book a top-rated doctor. That is ZocDoc.com/Hallmark. And a quick reminder, this season, we are sponsored by Philo. Go to philo.tv/DTH to get 25% off the entire season. You won't regret it. Tammy Philo called. She says, we're giving you guys the hookup, another hookup after another hookup.
25% off
That's
for
exactly
2
right.
months.
That's exactly right. All you got to do is go to Philo.
Giving it away.
I know. Philo.tv/DTH to get your holiday Christmas. It's a holiday TV. What is it? The Holiday Hub?
The Holiday Movie Hub.
Guys, just coin that. That's really good. We're back, everybody.
Oh, baby.
Hey, let's break this movie down. We got 4 segments to do that. First movie of the holiday season, season 4, and it's You, Me, and the Christmas Tree. Danica McKellar, Benjamin Ayers.
Okay.
We got 4 segments to break it down. I always start with from Panda. Panda, let's start with a hot take. You won hot taker of the year.
You did.
Yeah,
That's
I did.
accurate.
Yeah.
He's good at hot takes.
He's really good at hot
Very
takes.
good.
Yeah.
So let's see what you have for us here. Kick off season 4 right, my friend.
Oh, I don't know, boys. How about the best Christmas movie this year?
So
There's
far.
been 2 of them.
Yeah, this movie is fire, though. Absolutely delightful movie. This is my favorite Danica movie to date that I've seen. Hands
Better
down.
than Crown
Yes.
for Christmas.
Yes.
And you haven't seen
Love Under the Christmas
Under the
Table on
Christmas-
Lifetime, which is excellent.
You
Okay.
haven't seen it. You haven't seen it.
And that's fair. I can't compare. But
You think it's better than Crown for Christmas?
yes.
Wow.
I like it better than Crown for Christmas. I love this movie. It is ridiculous. There are so many. There's a ton of wait whats in this movie.
It's absurd.
It is absurd. That said, she and Benjamin have just. I love them together. I absolutely love them together. She seems like she's having the time of her life in this movie. She's adorable in this. Like, I just love her character. Love the chemistry there. You know, the plot, as ridiculous as it is fun for me. This is just full immersion to Christmas. Great way to kick off the year. Guys, this is a love for Panda. Great movie.
Alonso, what are you thinking, buddy?
I love that.
I'll tell you, Panda's not wrong. This is, I mean, I think I probably still, of the two, like Crashing Through the Snow better.
Yeah.
But, this is the most relaxed and fun, I think, that Danica McKellar has been in a movie since Love Under the Christmas Table.
I would
which
agree with
was
that.
some time ago at this point. She and Benjamin Ayers have, like, real chemistry, like the kind of chemistry you don't see a lot on Hallmark, where he's giving her sex eyes, and I'm here for that because this is the One Dry Kiss network, but they look at each other and it's like, we're going to move this over to Lifetime maybe because there's something else going on here. So scorching. And yeah, I think just there's a general kind of fun vibe to it. You know, the tree nonsense is just the skeleton on which everything else hangs, and the everything else in this movie I think is really fun and charming, and I like the fact. Well, we'll get into the details, but anyway, yeah, I'm into it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Chris?
Listen, I think when you roll out Danica McKellar, she's a heavy hitter for Hallmark. I think it's an amazing way for the network to start
Opening
the countdown
night.
to Christmas. She's a big star. It's the right move for them, and I think that I've never seen her more free and more just at ease. You know, I did a movie with her called Where Hope Grows years ago. So
I didn't know.
Yeah.
She was in that.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, and so I've had.
I'm sure she was great in that with you. I'm sure she flourished.
Yeah, no, she's amazing. It really helped her career. But so I know her personally, and she's somebody I want to work with. And then Benjamin Ayers, am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, you are.
Happens to be one of the most well-liked Hallmark stars, whatever you call them. He every show I work on, whether it's a director or other actors, they're like, "Have you ever worked with Benjamin? Have you ever worked with Benjamin?" He's just got a great reputation. So to see them together, and like you guys said, their chemistry is off the charts. I mean, it's I got a movie coming out, and I feel like it's a little bit of competition.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I give it my 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up from Polaha.
love it.
That's bold, man.
Guys, at this point, I'm just echoing. It's an echo chamber because Danica was fantastic in this movie. This is what I think of when I think of Danica. Like, this is what I want. This is it. She was so good in it. And Benjamin, they were really great together. The Christmas tree doctor thing. This is gonna sound weird, but I was expecting to like that angle more than I did. Because it's a Christmas tree. I know.
It's because it's a real thing.
My man came in and she was like, man,
was
let's
like,
get some Christmas tree. This is disappointing.
You thought they were going to play it.
Because I thought
If anything could have been written better, it's the treeness of it.
because I was I don't know. I don't want to sound dumb, but I thought it was
get
going
a
to be
little more
more
technical.
entertaining to watch a tree doctor trees, and it was not as fun. And it just felt like, hey, here we're doing a lot of this, and then we'll just go bake for a while. And I loved baking, but the tree doctor stuff just didn't. I don't know. I wanted to see surgery.
Grey's Anatomy action.
Yeah, give me a scalpel.
Cut it open.
I gotta be honest. I feel like for a tree doctor, kind of lived up to billing. I mean, I don't know what you were anticipating. She looked at the trees and she said they're not good, and she made them good. I don't know what you want from her.
Although I know that Brand, you like a mystery in these movies. If they're gonna have a thing where they spend the whole time trying to figure out who has the missing ring or where's the uncle with the card or whatever the thing is, and they set up. There's she's got to sleuth out why the trees are kind of messed up,
Right.
and they don't really
do
cross the
anything
finish
with
line
it
that
at all.
Yeah. But aside from that, I really love. That was just me trying to find something, which was Tree Doctor didn't live up to it for me. So if that's the one thing I could pull out, fantastic. I loved it.
I saw Tree Doctor, Dr. Trees live. Kind of miserable, in all honesty, and I don't
didn't live up to.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm here to bring down the mood. Look, the Danica thing that everyone here has said is accurate. She feels like most of the time over the last 5 or 6 years, her movie last year, Murder, She Wrote. Not
Christmas She Wrote.
Christmas She Wrote, and it wasn't a mystery, but it was called Christmas She Wrote, and I called it Murder, She Wrote, was one of my least favorite of the year, and it just seemed like she was just going through the motions, and she seems like she is her old self, and that's awesome. She seems like Love at the Christmas Table Danica, and that's wonderful, and I would love to see more of that. We love Benjamin Ayers around here. I got no issues with that. The rest of this movie, I really didn't like. Like my expectation of the Christmas tree scientist was that it would be just a time suck and really boring, and it delivered billing. That's exactly what it was. I will never need another big party that has 6 people in it, or an empty craft festival, or just dumb on top of dumb. The movie just was a really tough watch unless those two are looking at each other. If those two are looking at each other and they forget about everything else, here's the thing is, there's parts of this movie where they just need to let her work to figure out what's wrong with the tree, and they refuse to do it. But then they stare at each other, and you're like, this is better than the Christmas tree doctor nonsense. Crashing Through the Snow is way better than this movie, in my opinion. I don't even think it's close. So yeah, it's a hard no for me. It's a despise for me for sure. But I appreciate that Danica feels as though she's back in form, and Benjamin Ayers. I just wish it was a better movie. Like I wish the movie around them wasn't just so absurdly preposterous, and they didn't lean into the absurdity in a fun way either. Like they did with what was the other Hanukkah movie the year that Double Holiday came out? What was the other one that was like
Holiday Date?
Holiday Date was like an absurdly bad movie, but it was so absurd it became this weird
kind of campy fun.
Like screwball comedy. You know what I mean? Yep. And so that they didn't get there to me. And so instead it was 2 good performances in a unfortunately really bad movie. But here's the thing, it's the opening movie. It's got a ton of Christmas feels, and so it's going to win over most people because of that. It's got a leg up on the competition. So
do you think it's going to draw people into the Christmas countdown for the duration?
No, I mean, maybe because Danica's, that's a new strategy to come out with. I mean, Danica, Lacey, CCB are kind of our heavy hitters. Those are the queens, so to speak. We think Nikki's the best female that's doing it right now, but those are the 3 queens from a rating standpoint. To come out of the gate in October with Danica, who knows? I mean, they're doing it though. They're stacking the deck. I'm surprised they didn't ease us in and give us a star that people love. Like that one year Jill Wagner opened it up, and Jill's a big star, not as big as those 3, but people would tune in. But this is this is someone that you would recognize.
Right, this is one of our big fish.
And it's Friday night, which is a new strategy.
I'm going to say that Brooke Dorsey brings it this year. It's funny because there's a shifting, right? Because now that there's some healthy competition out there in the world with Lifetime, Netflix, you got the new network, the GAC.
That's right.
There's a lot of shifting, and so it's interesting to see how that's all going to settle out.
I think it's going to be a good year.
But I do want to point out that every year the first movie, usually one of the first couple movies, brand goes gaga over it, and then by the end of the year it doesn't wind up anywhere near his top.
That's so you love it. You love it at first because it's the only thing out there.
New. It's new
December,
for
it. Okay, hold on.
December 23rd, you're like
Christmas Tree Lane last year was the movie you did it with.
Yes, which was in the top half of my list.
I said top 10, not top half. Top 10
is really tough.
Yeah,
I go gaga for a lot of these movies.
10 out of 40.
Yeah, top 25%.
That's tough.
Nah, not really.
Let's get to all the feels. Part of the show we talk about one of this movie made us feel stuff. Panda?
Listen, I really like the scene where they fall down by the tree. I know it's kind of ridiculous that the snow was just in one location, but man, they lay down there looking at one another, and they just have this really sweet, tender moment there. Man, it was it did my heart good to see that.
Did.
Yeah, that was Campbell's Soup for the Soul brand.
Man, I love it when people lay in the snow and just look up.
Typically, you don't get a brand there. It's just chicken soup, really, but you went brand. Campbell's, if you go put in the promo code DEC, see what happens. I don't know. Maybe Panda struck a deal. I don't know about it.
You'll be getting a lot of Campbell's labels in Hallmark movies this year. I have a hunch, just based on the last few years.
Alonso?
I mean, I'll tell you, for one thing, I like that they were sort of. One of the things that I've liked about the last couple of years of Hallmark is that they're not only not digging out the same old tropes, but they're actively goofing on them, or at least winkingly letting you know, hey, you think we're going to zig and we're going to zag. So I liked the fact that instead of having the town gaslights the visiting lady and tells her car isn't ready yet to make her stay there, she's like, I could leave. I would rather not because going spending the Christmas with my family would be even worse. Yeah. So I'll just hang out here.
So two women we've met, and they write a ton of these movies. Nina Wyman-Smith, Julie Sherman-Wolfe. Julie Sherman-Wolfe wrote this movie.
Yes.
They have cut her loose to do this.
Yes.
She did it with One Royal Holiday.
For sure.
She did it with another movie we've seen recently, or not recently, but in the last year and a half. And she is, now that she can do that, she's really good at doing this winking. Like, I used to have to write this another way. Now they're letting me actually write it. And so I'm doing the bit instead. And I love that for sure.
Well, what's happening, guys, is that there's a conversation that's happening.
Yeah.
Like, it's a real live conversation between Randy Pope and the executives at Hallmark and the audience, the fans. We got a brand new president. We got a brand new head of programming over there. So all of these people are sitting there saying, we can make the same product year after year after year, or we can have a living organism that's going to keep growing and evolving. And I think that's what you guys are seeing. And it all just happens to be, I think one wave kind of came in around 18, 19, and now that wave crashed. I think we're about to see, what this next wave is, which is going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Is that your feels?
Yeah.
Yeah, my feels. No, honestly, guys, I'm a sucker for a good, solid kiss.
Oh, yeah.
And that between Ben.
The second one?
The second one.
The second one.
Yeah.
The first one left something.
First
the
one,
second
not great. Second one, that was the one.
Second one was great.
Yeah.
I wrote down the line, not all of it, but I've been in this room for 14 hours. I don't know what that means anymore.
In regards to the kiss?
No, there was somebody says the line, not all of it, and I wrote that down as a feel, but I don't remember the context of that line anymore because I'm exhausted.
I'll tell you what it is. I think this is what you're getting at here. There's a moment where Danica thinks that she's found the cure. And she's talking to Benji over there.
Right.
And she's like, I found it. It's going to be like this never happened. And he says, well, not all. Like I.
Oh, that yes.
Like
I would
not
want
all of it because I.
Up. Was that where you stood up? You stood up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Said not all of it because
he likes her.
I still. I don't want to forget you, or I don't want to forget that this happened, or whatever.
That was a sweet.
And it was so like I love it when. It's just like, you know what? I like you. You like me. Let's just say things like this to each other. Like, I don't want
Let's be fans of each other.
Let's be fans. You're fans of, I like that. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah, for sure. There's a comment. I do think that they do a good job of the Ayers character having it's weird. My complaint would be he's very stuck on only doing Christmas trees, but also seems like a very freewheeling guy when it comes to fun traditions and being willing to do weird stuff and new stuff. And it doesn't seem to match personality wise, but he has a quick line where he said, the one thing we did as a kid was a PJ all day. And I just thought that was a cool idea. Like that sounds like a cool tradition, like where you had to wear pajamas all day, regular day. You just had to wear them all day. Sounds like something as a kid, like for Spirit Day at school or something you do. And you really liked it. And I just thought it was a good idea. That was
That's happening today right now with two of these gentlemen.
Yeah, we have. I'm basically. It's close. Yeah. So
let's take one more quick break and we'll come back with the way what's into what the hallmarks. Does that sound good, everybody?
Great.
Let's do it.
Who's this?
I want to introduce you guys to something fun, which is Bissinger chocolate.
Ooh.
Amazing chocolate, first of all, but they're doing this really amazing thing for Countdown to Christmas, which is a 25-day calendar.
We got one.
We did get it.
Phenomenal.
Super fun. It contains individually wrapped milk chocolate caramel presents with Bissinger's signature vanilla caramel. It's drenched in this proprietary European milk chocolate.
Dude, I tasted one and it was out of bounds good. That makes sense.
That's right.
They got their own milk chocolate.
And each numbered window depicts a scene from your favorite Hallmark Channel Christmas movie, such as cookies and stuff, so fun things that are going on throughout the movies. Okay. It's a perfect gift for any Hallmark Channel fan, and they're giving our listeners 10% off their order today by going to Bissinger.com and using the promo code DECK. That is BISSINGERS.com with the promo code DECK. Get your fun Advent chocolate calendar today. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
Let's get to the Wait What part of the show. We talk about the things that maybe confused us, made us stop and say, wait, what? What's going on here? Panda?
The entire Christmas tree and his farm being, collapsing, it is a wait what to me.
Yeah.
First of all, I need to be abundantly clear. If your only thing is selling Christmas trees and people are, he says, basically everyone's returning them.
I'm giving full refunds.
I'm giving full refunds. Let me be abundantly clear. This is catastrophic for you.
We're in December.
We are in December.
Late December.
Late December. It's not early November. It's not where you have some time to recover. They're a few days out from Christmas Day.
That's right.
And so not only is the ship sailed, at this point, I'm sorry for the guy, ship sailed, you got to start focusing on what's wrong with your trees for next year, the next batch of them. But even if it was early November, you're still in a lot of trouble because I want to be clear, she doesn't really work on the trees very often. It's very sporadic what she accomplishes.
Literally does everything in her power to not do her job.
It's unreal. It's impressive. It is impressive.
But to piggyback on that real quick.
Yeah.
How do they just find this out? How?
Yes, that's a great point.
Sometimes a blight can occur pretty quickly.
But all of a sudden, all of these trees are dying immediately when they're put up in their house. You didn't chop down one in October to put up in your house or to just see what was going on here? How are they just now finding this out?
Can I ask you guys a question?
What happened for all,
what was the farm poisoned? Or was just that one town hall tree poisoned?
No, all the tree. No. The only one that was poisoned was the one by
town hall
bad actor McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
The rest of them had a disease, and she had to figure out how to fix it with nutrients.
Right.
The rest of them weren't poisoned.
But did we ever figure out? Because that was just a temporary.
No, they never.
It was a bit of a red herring.
They literally keep throwing these. She's getting out beakers and stuff, and it amounts to aha, sap on a hand. Here's a thing. They never do anything.
No, they
with
don't.
It.
But again, and her idea is okay. Well, you guys have to diversify out your farm. Again. Sure, agree. Don't disagree with that. Problem, that's going to take years.
Yes.
That's going to take you years to do all of that. So I don't know. I understand that they're trying to bring resolution very quickly. That whole plot for me it does not hold up very well under any sort of scrutiny. But again, Benjamin, you don't watch for that point. You just don't watch for that. The plot was literally one of the most secondary things in this entire movie to just them hanging out and making eyes at each other, which I'm here for all day long. And twice on Sunday.
Twice on Sunday.
Twice on Sunday. Amazing.
I said it.
Amazing.
He's got it actually on replay. He's recording. He's just going to watch
twice on Saturday.
Actually, twice on Saturdays. Two new movies on Saturday, so that's probably the better way now. Alonso?
Yeah, basically most of it has to do with just the mechanics of the plot, and plus the fact that they discuss digging up the root ball for one of the trees, so they can transport the whole thing, because the whole plot is the trees are fine when they're in the ground, but as soon as they get cut, they start dying really fast and the needles start falling off really fast. And it's okay, what if you just dug up the root balls of all of these trees? Because there are a lot of Christmas tree services now where they bring it to you root ball intact in a pot of dirt. You have it for the Christmas season. They pick it up in January and replant the tree. That's a thing that happens in the world. Wow. That's a thing they could have done to get through the season, to avoid the problem that they're having. But no one mentions that. They just keep trying to figure out, well, if we can just make this sap lozenge, we can keep the trees alive.
That's more sustainable, I imagine.
Absolutely.
We get to reuse the same. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know that was a real thing.
Yeah, totally a thing.
That's awesome.
Just about anywhere you live, I think you can probably find a local service that will do that for you. So yeah, but without that, there's no movie. So, we just have to kind of, and then the only other thing was that they have the big cider cocktail contest, and the people who own the cider place drink like 20 of them in a row.
That's right. No spit
with
buckets
no spit
anywhere.
bucket, which is like a thing. It's like on all the wine movies, there's never a spit bucket.
It's like shot.
Hallmark, yeah, Hallmark has never forgot how to make that sexy, I guess. So they just everybody gets tanked.
I mean, I had that one because they are just full. They're not doing a little. They're just
they're chugging.
Next, let's go. That one's terrible. Let's wash it down with something else.
Yeah, mine was the kids poisoning because it was confusing for a minute. I was like, well, are they poisoning all of the trees or is it a blight?
I was still,
I was like, wait,
I was still foggy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But here's what I am going to say. Danica, smartly, she writes books for children, for young women to get involved in math.
Yeah.
I love the idea that we're sitting here talking about a tree doctor. It was a smart move on Danica's part. Mm-hmm. She's playing a scientist. She's putting a spotlight on the medical, the tree, the arborarium. I wish I could have
arborists.
Yeah,
maybe.
I wanted a word.
But in keeping with the puns of this movie, she's very into STEM.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Nailed it.
Right. Bing, bing, bing. And the winner.
Got him.
So, I thought it was the wait, what turned into a good business move, Danica.
That's so true, man.
She's on brand.
So they go to this cidery early on, before the cocktail thing, and the owners who they're related to in some way.
No, they said they were best friends.
See, that's
they
a wait what. That's a wait what.
Yeah.
But they say, hey, you want to try some cider, and Danica says it's 8 a.m. and they're like, so no big problem.
Which is also a wait what.
We're about to do 25 shots for the cocktail party. A little cider at 8 a.m. is not going to hurt you.
I am concerned about that crew. But my wait what is the fact that they are not the only ones in that cidery at 8 a.m.
No, they're not.
There are quite a few people in the background walking around.
Hitting it hard.
You got to hit it hard, baby. It's cider time, cider o'clock. There's a police officer in this movie that I think is 10.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
There was
police officer in this movie is a rent-a-cop from the movie Cop and a Half.
No, it's the kid who guards the cafeteria in Christmas with Holly.
I want to see that movie. I want to see the movie about the kids poisoning the tree.
Yeah.
Who are these people in this community?
It's bad.
Yeah.
What community is this?
It's a great community. The dad, it is his dad, I believe. At one point, there's a party going on, and they pay in the room. This is one of my favorite things to do in these movies is to just watch the room at parties because it's always awkward. And Dad's over here just going,
oh, jeez.
just doing one of these numbers.
He is.
And then a little bit later, best friend duo comes walking into the room, and they're like doing a train situation.
Like a little cha-cha, yeah.
There was a lot of weird background dancing in this movie.
You know what happens, right?
Tell me about it.
They rehearse, they play music on a good set. They
Yeah.
play music so everyone can hear, and then when people start talking, they shut the music off.
That's right.
And so it's just quiet. And so there's people like
who can't keep
remembering.
rhythm.
Yeah, remembering. The other thing is, I just worked with Paul Zeller, director, Canadian, and he said, it looks like a Canadian movie. And I was like, wait, what does that mean? Is it like a disparaging thing against a Canadian? He's like, no. Whenever there's a Canadian movie, there's just no background because they have these weird union rules about how expensive background gets. So when you see an empty party or when you see an empty room,
Canadian movie,
you know that it's because the extras are expensive.
How about that?
man.
They just can't
say what you will.
They can't afford the people.
My last one is she says this quote that she likes. She has this quote on her wall in her office. And I don't remember what the quote was, but his mom is like, did you come up with that? And she says, sure, yeah. And then Ben pipes in and he's like, with the help of this person, and then they do this whole thing, and then he says, it's a quote on your wall.
Yeah.
If he had not seen that quote, she was going to take credit for that quote, right?
She was just going to take it.
She was just going to roll with
it. Was hers.
If it
was
wasn't
like an ancient Chinese philosophy.
Yeah. She's just like, yeah.
Didn't he do au revoir?
It's like if I just drop, it's like, oh, I think, therefore I am.
That was beautiful. Is that
That's
you?
me. Yeah, it's me.
If no one calls you on it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not going to
just roll with it.
That's right.
That's right.
That is true. He will
is
not.
not going to sue me. That's exactly right.
Not that you know of.
Not that I know.
Technically, it's public domain, so why not?
Yeah,
It could be
may as well
mine.
be mine. Yeah.
It's as much his as mine
Yeah.
at this point. Dan?
I do think that the best friends are probably tanked because after that scene, they disappear for a huge chunk of this movie. They're gone. They're nowhere to be found. They don't show up for forever. After that scene, you're like, what happened to these people that we thought were going to be really important to this movie? Hey, I've got an idea, Benjamin Ayers, about how to make some more money. Charge more than $40 for a Christmas tree from your private farm lot.
Wow.
Which has blight.
2021, we're charging 40 bones for a Christmas tree. I would those are last century's prices. I like that. That's a sale unlike that's a Black Friday sale unlike any I've ever seen. He tries to talk her into like putting all these toppings into her hot cocoa. She's like, no, plain for me. And he's like, even whipped cream. And he puts a giant amount of whipped cream on it, and that's awesome. And he does a whipped cream bit where it's on his nose, and he's like, do I have any here? It's a full like Ace Ventura thing. And then they cut the camera away, and they cut back, and his mug has no whipped cream in it. None. Bro, if you're going to make a big deal out of the whipped cream, we got to be consistent on it staying there. He comes out with this, Jim. You know, my dad always said, jack of all trades, master of none. Your dad in like half of history said that. Like that is not.
There's a theme about stealing quotes in
I
this
think
movie.
Lao Tzu said that too.
Yeah, I was about to say. My dad always said, I think, therefore I am, is what he said. Like, you can't just take that. Like, you know what I mean? My dad always said, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. That's what he always said. There's nothing we could do. Her mom says, we got to watch this tree. I get it, Danica. But I've got my very big party with my special gift exchange event. Couple things. This party is just her son, her husband, Danica, and the 3 other people that have speaking roles in this movie. That is it. No one else is in this party. It's not a big party. It may as well just be a casual, impromptu get together. And her special gift exchange is a white elephant gift. That's all it is. It's not special. It is something we all do. It's a white elephant gift.
You pointed that out, Chris.
That is, you did. You said that when we were doing this. You were like, that's a white elephant.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right. I can't believe you didn't do it in the way it was.
You took it and you weren't going to give him credit.
No, I was. Thanks for giving that.
Same with
No, what you don't know is he said, I'm going to leave it for you.
I let you have it.
For sure.
It was confusing though.
I am really happy that the local town's bookstore or local town's store that has everything had 2 copies of a book called History of the Christmas Tree.
Yeah, that's not. That's not.
There is no world.
There's no world. You'd
Maybe
go
one
in-
for show at best.
Not even.
Had 2 of them for sure. That's all I got.
Yeah, you're ordering that book and waiting 6 days.
Yeah, Amazon's not even. Amazon can't find that in 2 days. There's no world.
No.
It's not Prime. That's true.
That's right.
It's time for What the Hallmark is part of the show where we just ask any questions that we still have that we'd love some answers to.
If no one brings up my What the Hallmark by the time it gets to me in 5 turns, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm just letting you know. But I'm hoping my boy Panda's going to go.
Panda, what you got, pal?
I've got a question about the cider tasting.
Okay.
I am as confused as I've ever been on this cider tasting. It's not, wait, what? I think that there's probably a good explanation for it, but I'm confused about, what is the purpose of what they're trying to do? Because it just seems like they all have literally the same ingredients to work with on their table. Everyone.
You're talking about the cocktail mixer.
Yeah, the cocktail mixer, right?
Got it.
And then was it a blind taste test or not? Because they have different numbers, but it seems as if the brother and his wife knew who made each drink. And so I'm not sure how you can be an impartial judge at that point.
He looked at the bottom of it. Like not the thing, he looked at the bottom of the, they drink it and then he looked at the bottom of the actual container. Right? That's what he did before Danica's.
Okay.
So he looked at it.
But why would you then have it numbered like they had it? Like why? Because that to me ruins the.
I guess after he drinks, he just looks. He can't wait any longer. He just looks right away.
I guess that's just where I'm at. I'm not sure what they're accomplishing, especially if it's a cocktail thing and they mostly sell cider. Like,
you know what? I just realized is she does spend more time making a cocktail than she does fixing a Christmas tree in this movie.
All true.
That's accurate.
Maybe she's just a mixologist.
Yeah. Well, she talks about it. You use chemistry in the movie. Chemistry.
No, I know,
chemistry.
but like a mixologist, like a bartender.
Yeah.
You know,
You got it.
I mean, this just ties in with the general lunacy of the tree plot, mainly that she throws in a conversation, and then it won't be a problem next year. But how does she know that? Because all she's doing is fixing this year's trees that have already been chopped down and are dying quickly and making them not die quickly. Is something in the soil? But she has no idea exactly what is causing this, and I don't know why she thinks that she's somehow going to keep it from happening next year. That's glossed over real quickly.
And I guess the thing that really does make me angry, and I get the plot is secondary to Danica and Benjamin, and their chemistry is great, but this is a plot I've never seen before. A guy runs a Christmas tree lot and the Christmas trees are going bad. Yeah. Not a bad plot. I've never seen it in 400 Hallmark movies. And then it's like, we don't get nothing.
Find a culprit. Yes. It's the spruce bud worm, something. Yeah. Like they never really solve it. It's killer. They pretend like, okay, it's all fixed now.
Yeah. Because they don't want an enemy on the show.
No.
Right.
You can't have a common enemy. You can't, even if it's a worm.
You got one, Chris?
4 little words. Cough drop for a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a big old thing they're just dropping in there.
Yeah.
I mean.
But how's it work?
It's true.
That's my point. It's
that's a weird one.
I just don't think the science is there to back it up.
Yeah. There is that cool shot, though. It's hitting the water.
It's super cool.
Very cool shot.
To be fair, they even compare it to the little envelope of thing they give you when you buy roses or whatever from a florist. Right. And the whole thing of the lozenges to make it dissolve slowly. And that's what the sap on the hand gives her the idea to do it.
Classic sap on the hand.
But it's so vaguely explained what the lozenge does.
Right. Well, I guess that's it. It's like, and all of a sudden, how do you cook I don't know.
She cooked it though. Believe you me. And I also love that she cooked multiple sizes. Like, I'll just do the big boy for the big tree.
Right. We'll dose it up.
That's exactly right.
It did just look like those toilet patties that you put in the toilets to make them better. I don't know what
that's what Prop did. They were like, we have these.
Yeah,
we just put these in the tree.
Guys, mine's very simple, and it is Dwayne Coulson.
Thank you. That is mine too.
Here's
Dwayne Coulson is the What the Hallmark of the year.
This is I got 2. One is about casting, and another is about a specific question that I have about Dwayne. So you might have a more broad. So they did an interesting thing here where you got Danica McKellar from Wonder Years, and they said, the partnership that everybody is
people aren't going to be able to resist this
is if she was in a movie with Kevin Arnold's brother. The brother, if she's with the brother of the guy who was the romantic interest in the Wonder Years, that'd bring the people in. That was a very specific, weird Wonder Years reunion.
And I'm pretty sure we didn't get the brother. I'm pretty sure we got like the Wax Museum animatronic of the brother from the Wonder Years. Like, what is he doing? Like, what are the line deliveries that he is giving in this movie?
You know what? The more that it happens. Because he hasn't done anything in a while. But the more that I saw, I actually thought that it was a choice. He was trying to play like an overly cocky.
But every line just went up in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, I liked it. By the end of it, I really liked what he was doing. I thought it was great. But here's my question about Dwayne. My question about Dwayne is this: at what point did Dwayne decide to put a Christmas tree farm in this small city or close to this small city to compete with Connor's Christmas tree farm that has been around for generations? Dwayne decided, I'm going to compete with these guys. That's an interesting. Why did he do that?
Maybe unlike Benjamin Ayers, he's been doing the year-round thing all along.
Maybe.
And also grows mangoes.
Maybe. So maybe he just recently decided, I'm going to get into Christmas tree farms.
Because the mango crop's so strong in Connecticut.
It's a big mango crop, man. There's no way around it.
I just want to know how he came to that decision to compete and why he did it with the 4 generations of Christmas tree farmers.
Mine was Dwayne Coulson. I want to know what favor Danica owed him. Like it was so off-putting and weird. He did not fit in this movie at all in any way, shape, or form, and it was weird to see him. And it was clear that whatever choice he was making there was just a weird one. It took me out of everything that was going on in the movie. When he was on screen, the movie stopped existing.
Oh, it was awesome.
I loved it.
I mean, the sweet thing on that is the human side of it is, Danica's got this friend that she's had since the 80s, and she's like, "You want to come do a movie with me?" And he's
fantastic.
Like, "Sure,
of course."
Yeah.
And then these two have this fun little beat.
It did seem like he was still operating with whatever Tim Burton told him to do on the set of Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That's exactly right.
And it just wasn't quite translated.
Large Marge. Yeah, do you know that I was Fred Savage's stand-in in the movie The Wizard?
Really?
Yeah, they filmed it in Reno, Nevada. I was in 6th grade. Sally Ware was Sally Ware's my manager. Sally Lear. Hi, Sally. Sally Lear was the casting director, and her daughter West was in my class. So we were all extras. We were little kids in an arcade.
That's great.
And then the director was like, "You're the same size as Fred Savage. Do you want to be our stand-in while we're in Reno?" So then I stood in for Fred Savage, and they did all the the light stuff.
Kidding.
That's fantastic.
Then they said I kind of looked like Christian Slater and became Christian Slater's 12-year-old picture double.
Wow.
Me, Bo Bridges. It's real stuff, man. The Wizard.
Yeah, I know the Wizard.
Did you get a Nintendo glove out of it?
I didn't know. But good on you for knowing that.
Yeah.
That's serious.
What's the point then?
Whatever,
Well, the point is Danica McKellar. The point is it's the same time frame. Yeah.
No, not the point of why you told the story.
Oh.
What's the point of like just doing it?
If you didn't get
you're not going to get the Nintendo glove.
If I didn't get a glove. Yeah, no, I know. At that point too, I was going to be a orthopedic surgeon. I didn't want to be an actor.
Oh, wow.
Christian Slater was smoking a cigarette, and he told me two things. One, he said Marlon Brando never honored the lines. He's like, always go off book. You never have to. The script is just a suggestion.
Yep.
That was Christian Slater's advice to me while he's smoking a cigarette. And he goes, and then you never have to listen to the word. Like you just do what you want, right? That's the way you do it. And then my mom walked up and he's like, "Is that your mom? She's a fox." And I was like a little kid going like, "Dude, Mom, Christian Slater thinks you're a fox. We're good."
That's fantastic.
We did, everybody. What a great first episode. Man. What a great way to kick off the season. We got more of these coming up later this week, of course. We'll got tomorrow. Chris, you got a movie coming out.
I do. A Dickens of a Holiday, December 10th, only on the Hallmark Channel.
You know what's great, too, is you joined us for the first episode of season last year as well.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I?
Jingle Bell Bride.
Jingle Bell Bride.
Man,
Ronnie
this
Rowe.
is becoming a tradition of its own, isn't it, gentlemen?
This is a little better.
It's beautiful.
Being with you is a little bit better.
Isn't it, gentlemen? Yeah. And I saved you guys on airfare.
Yeah.
You did. You're right.
You sure did. We did it until tomorrow. May we be the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.